Sunday, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Because thou hast been not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
So right now, we're reading curses, right? So now we're going to read the reason why we reading these curses. Verse 46.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So how we know we're in Texaco? We see the sign, right? So God said, how you going to know my people? Because the curses on them. That's how you, because anybody's I'm a child of God, but I'm bringing out these curses to prove that me and you are the children of God. Not everybody going through these curses, right? Alright, verse 47.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies,
serve your friend.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies,
serve your grandma.
Serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the Lord said, y'all don't want to keep my commandments and be happy about keeping them. You're going to serve the enemies that I send against you. So I know sometimes we wonder, like, we were just talking about, hey, we're the best fighters, the best athletes, right? So how could the other nations take us over? Because the Lord set them against us. The Lord put a spirit of false religions and the gunpowder and the lies, the smooth word, and use them against us. But let's see what he sent them for.
In hunger.
In hunger. Lord sent the enemies against us for hunger. So when you want some food, where you get it from? Is it not the same people had us in slavery? It ain't. Okay. And hunger and what else?
And in thirst.
So what you cracking on in that cup? Who you get it from? The same people, right?
And nakedness.
What about the clothes you got on? Who you get it from? Made in USA. Made in China. Your enemies are the Lord. But keep going.
And in want of all things.
So can you name anything that you wouldn't have to go to these other nations for? Like you want a new job, new car, new house. Like even the hair wrap on your head. You had to go to your enemies to get it.
That's right.
Let's see who this enemy is.
And he shall put a yoke of iron.
No, hold on. This spirit.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So God said this man, this enemy, he gonna put a yoke of iron upon your neck until he destroys you. So who had yokes of iron upon our neck in history? Right? That's right. Who did it?
That's right.
Other nations, right?
Other nations.
But God said until he destroyed you. So which meaning he was gonna be on our neck forever. He was gonna take it off once we were destroyed. So for example, on Christmas, they hang us on the tree and give us to their neighbor for presents. But right to this day, we celebrate it with no problem now. Even Thanksgiving. We know what happened to our Native American people, but we as black people at the same table celebrating the wicked holiday. So we destroyed as a people. And one more thing, big 7-foot men walking around with skirts. Then you got 4'3" women walking around with a do-rag on, saying they're a man. Growing beards. Don't say what they said until they said. We destroyed as a people. Alright, so verse 54, because now we need to find out why we keep killing each other.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54.
Bring it out.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
So you see how all us brothers in unity right now, we get along? But that's how we was in the ancient days. But Moses said, if y'all don't keep the commandments in the future, right here today, 2024, y'all gonna have an evil eye towards your brother. So think about this. We might be in the project shooting dice, and we don't even know the brother. We like, man, he better go around. We ain't moving. But as soon as the white man walks through, hey, he might be a boy. Let's get out of his way. So we got an evil eye towards each other. That's why we gun it down each other. But not only towards each other, but who else?
Verse 54.
See what Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
So that's why we walk around with baby mamas and baby daddies. Like every other nation, they have father figures in the home. But God said, my people, y'all gonna be baby mamas and baby daddies.
That's
child
right.
support court. No father figure in the home. But not only towards your baby mama, but who else?
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
So not only towards your baby mama, but towards your children, but you gonna leave. So if we had 10 brothers right now, and we all asked them where their dad is, hey, he probably in prison. He probably dead. He got another family. Right? Because we don't know where our fathers is. So verse 56.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness.
So God Moses saying, hey, you see your Israelite women? Like today, we will carry you out there car. Your foot wouldn't even touch the ground, and we'll carry you in the snow, carry you back in the car. That's how we love our women.
Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
Oh, her eye was going to be evil toward her husband. Oh, that's my baby daddy. But I'm really sexy red today. That's my baby daddy. I'm elf nigga free. But not only toward her husband,
and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
That's why I know you heard her mama say, boy, I can't stand you just like your lying ass daddy. I can't stand you look just like your ugly ass daddy. Right? So now we're about to the end, sister. Verse 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Well, now God said, hey, I'm going to scatter you among all the nations of the earth. And you're going to worship other gods, wood and stone. So as a child, the wood, the same wood cross they used to burn up the KKK, it's the same cross in church today. Ain't there something weird about that? So not only that, if all people say they ain't Christian, they say, oh, I'm a Muslim. And Muslims pray to a stone. All right, so verse 65.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and belly and eye, and sorrow of mind.
God says, no matter where you move, you can move from America, but you still don't be treated like a nigga. But he said, your foot shall have no rest. Now, since that work, I know sometimes you be like, man, how long can I keep standing on these feet working? I'm tired. But he said, the soul of our foot shall have no rest, but what the Lord shall give us.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
But you be like, man, I still got to get it for these kids, though, right?
And feelings of eye.
But they're going to feeling of eye. So as soon as you get got everything flowing, got your bank account looking all right, that ain't my time person. That ain't my heater that went out. That ain't the kid need this for school. It's like, I did this for that.
And sorrow of mind.
So dang, I did this for that. Start to feel solid. I ain't gonna never make it. I'm right back at point A. Verse 66.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 66. And thy life shall hang it out before thee, and thou shalt live day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
So God said, your people, y'all gonna be fearing day and night for your life. And not gonna have assurance of it, which means when you walk out the house, you clutch your gun. When you walk out, get in the car, you clutch your gun. You're not knowing when you're gonna die. So, these are the last curse in the Bible, sister. How did we get to America? By boat, right? Alright, verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Well, if you're familiar with Egypt, God sent his people to Egypt the first time they was in slavery. But if you read the Bible, they never went back to that same land. And to top it off, they walked from Egypt and split the Red Sea. So, but God said, y'all going into Egypt again, but this time with ships. So if we walk from Egypt, why we need a ship this time for, right? Alright, so what's on the back of your dollar? It's a pyramid. So what does America know it will know, right? So the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Your friend.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So once we got those ships, we were sold for slave men and slave women, and no man bought us, which means by Hebrew means redeemed. So when Martin Luther King tried to redeem us, got down. Malcolm X got down. Marcus Garvey got down. Anybody who's standing up for their people, they get cut down. So we just read 16 through 68 curses in the Bible that's been there the whole time to identify who God told the people is. Now you can say I'm a child of God because of this.
Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit.
So your spirit bears witness with our spirit, because we read these curses, right?
That we are the children of God.
Now you can tell people, hey, I'm a child of God. You can prove it because we read these curses. So now the question is, what does God want from you? Right? And that's a good question. Like, all right, God, I see I'm a chosen person of God. I see I'm a true Jew. So what can I do to change this way of living? What you want from me, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So that's all the Lord wants from you, sister, is to walk in his ways and keep his commandments. So the question is, how many commandments is it? 10. Okay, so he did write 10 commandments, but this is a big book what these brothers reading out of. So think about this. You think God gave us 10 things in that big book? Hey, you can do this and you can't do that. He gave us 613 laws. But they're not hard, sisters. Don't get scared. Like, for example, he gave us laws for the pregnant women, laws for the children, laws for the men, laws for the women, laws for the free. So you ain't got the whole 613. You just got a few that the Lord wants from you. So let's give you a few.
First Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, the women adore themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair, or gold, or apparel, or costly array.
So now God said, hey, women, y'all need to dress in modest apparel. So think about our women today. Like y'all said, they got the new dress with their bottom hanging out, showing their cleavage. And you know what they call? They call a lot of baby daddy. You know, they call a man a lust after. They tell you all kind of like, oh, girl, you look good, I give you the world. And now you're the fair for it. Now, he just shot a baby and he ain't gone. So, we can delete that with that one simple commandment. So, let me get Leviticus. Chapter 11.
Chapter 11 and verse 7. In the swine.
Do you know what swine is, sister? Well, swine is pork.
And the swine, though he divided the hoof, and be cloven with it, yet cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. And of their flesh shall ye not eat, and of their carcasses shall ye not touch.
So we was in slavery, what master used to throw to our family? Throw us the hog, throw us the pig, pig feet, pig lips, pig ear sandwich, pig all this. But now you got so you think America love that sister? They don't, because everything you can look up from toothpaste, hairbrush, gummy worms, it got pork in it. And they know this. That's why they filling up the hospital right now. That's why we got high blood pressure and diabetes. That's why we feel bad when we eat it. But God said, y'all holy people, don't put 87 in a 93 bread. Y'all holy. Don't put anything in you. So we got to let that pork go. So we got plenty of substitute. So we got turkey bacon, beef bacon. So we can eat lamb, we can eat steak, we can eat all that. Keep going.
And of their carcasses shall ye not touch, they shall be unclean unto you. Verse 9. These shall ye eat that are in the water.
So now he's going to go to the water. What our people love to eat? Oh, I'm going to crab or rat, girl.
These shall you eat within the water. Whatsoever has fins and scales in the water, and in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So now he said, hey, it got to have fins and scales if it comes out that water you put it in your mouth. So what our people love to eat that don't got fins and scales? We got the shrimp, we got the lobster, we got the frog legs, we got the crawfish, we got all these wonderful things that clean up the sea. Like today, they want the water so dirty because the white man comes scoop out all the bottom feeders and put it in crab legs. Catfish, he got scale. He got fins, but it don't got scale. And all those things are bottom feeders, and they can fall out too. So think about this: if I go in your house, now pee on the wall, pee on the bed, those spark bombs in there, what you want to stand up? So let's see how Lord feel about that. So, and you know in church we talk, hey, God all through this temple. God, I feel His Spirit all through here, right? But let's see what the true temple of God is.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16.
Bring it out.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Hey, you, sister, you the temple of God. Your body is.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
So now, when we defiling our temple, you know, popping all these pills, that's why we overdose. Smoking all this weed, that's why we got asthma attack. That's why we can't breathe. We on the deathbed of the last day.
Bring it out.
We defiling not our temple, but God's temple. So God just feels just like you. I ain't going to sleep on that pissy mattress. I ain't sitting on that pissy couch with the cockroaches on it. Revelation chapter 3, verse 20.
Book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him, and will sup with him, and he with me.
So God knocking on your temple. He said, sister, you just got to let me in. You got to stop defiling your temple, and I'm going to eat with you, and you going to eat with me.
That's right.
I see you to clean that couch up, sister. I see you to clean the bed up. Then he going to dwell in. And, hey, and it was a working process for all of us, brothers. Like, we was in the street, too. We were hardmongers. We were selling dope. We were gang bangers. But now we cleaning up our acts so God can dwell in us. So it all makes sense, though, don't it, sister? So, last question before I pass it to Cal. How do you love God? Let's say,
With all her heart.
oh, with all your heart. Okay. Well, we're going to let God answer that.
Now,
Get 1 John chapter 5. Chapter 5, verse 3.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3.
And this is the love of me. Because you can't hug me, you can't tap me up, you can't kiss me on my cheek. This is what love is to me.
That we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So the love of God is me loving my brother like I love myself. Me not eating the pork and the shrimp and the lobster. That's how you love God, by keeping his commandments. But God, he also learned you something with this whole context. Let's read it one more time.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Which means it's not hard to keep God's commandments, but God also showing you what is love. Because when you leave your sister, I want you to ask somebody older than you and say, what is love? They don't say, oh, a feeling, or a warm feeling, right? But God said love is an action. So next time, you got a husband or you meet a man, just don't let him tell you he loves you and slap you in your mouth. Make him show it. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if I was out on the road at 3 o'clock and I called this brother, hey brother, I'm going to plant, come help me out. And he came out and helped me. I say, man, this brother do love me. Because he showed the action. What if this brother say, man, I'm tired, I'm asleep. Now I'm saying, this nigga don't love me. So love is an action according to God, and we must show it.
That's right.
I'm going to touch on one more thing about what Cal said about the love of God. The 1 John chapter 3, verse 16. Hereby perceive we the love of God, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. So it was going on. Read that verse again. 1 John chapter 3, verse 16. Hereby perceive we the love of God, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. For whoso has this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him?
So we see our brother and sister struggling. What good is it if we ain't trying to help? What good is it if we're not trying to be a helping hand? No, I didn't.
Bring it out.
I did. I think I gave you a flyer, sister. Did I give you one?
Yes,
okay,
you did.
I did. So that's what our agenda is to teach. Now give me Malachi 3:16. That go with what you just said. Watch this. Okay, Malachi 3:16. Malachi chapter 3 and verse 16. Malachi 3:16. Read your Proverbs if you read it. In verse 16.
Book of Malachi, chapter 3, and verse 16. Then they that fear the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that fear the Lord and that thought upon his name.
So he just brought up helping our brother and sister, but how do we do that? We have to stay in constant communication. We have to talk to one another. You got Proverbs? You have something? I'm gonna go to his Proverbs and then come back here. Watch this. Watch it. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 12. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as the father the son, in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. So the Bible says, happy is he that get understanding. Now let's read another part of the Bible. Watch this.
We have Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 3, sister. Verse 7. Watch this. It says, wherefore, as the Holy Ghost says, today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your heart, as in the provocation in the day of temptation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. Sister, we come in love. And what's happened to us is, as a people, we have been stripped of who we truly are. We have been lied to. We have been fed a lie. We have been fed a deception. And Yahuwah, our Father, in his goodness and his mercy, has come to us to give us the opportunity and the open door through the Messiah to come back to him. And what's happened in religion, this is not to come down and bash anyone. It's to tell the truth. The truth is that religion has corrupted us. It's corrupted us. It has convinced us that we can walk and act like the heathen and still be pleasing to him. But we can't. He said that we have to love him the way that he wants to be loved. And he wants us to obey him and to walk in his ways. And it's that simple. We have mixed his ways with so many other things. That's why we're doing so much of the corruption. We're observing all these wicked holidays and all these things we do, but we ignore the things that he said. What he wants us to do as his people is to come back to his way. That's all that he wants from us. We have been corrupted, but in love, he comes to us and gives us the opportunity to come back. Now, how does he do that? Give me 2 Chronicles 7:14.